It is time to decide on the most believable episode of 2022.
So Tyler, we are going to break down all the episodes we did over the year of 2022. What an accomplishment.
Yes.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of episodes. As you all know, if you're voting on Instagram, you guys are voting for the second most believable episode. Those polls are out there, the little bracket system's out there. So, as you guys know, normally an episode is like 3 or 4 topics, and those can be pretty lengthy if it's just discussion based.
Yeah. So for all 12 of these episodes, we have a new system.
It is a point system, so it'll be a little bit less debate, but we have no idea what's going to happen. You guys probably won't be able to see this.
I don't think so.
There's numbers there. We are going to go through our lists from 12 all the way up to 1, from the least believable of the most believable to the most believable. And this is just in a quick breakdown. I'm hoping I haven't done the video yet. We're recording it. I haven't edited it, so I don't know how it's going to look yet. But I'm hoping you'll be able to see at least somewhat of an idea of what the point system's like. 12 and 11 get 0 points. 10 through 8 get 1 point. 7 through 5 get 2 points each. 4 and 3 get 3 points. The second most believable gets 4 points. And our most believable gets 5 points. But remember, this is math class. Not my favorite. Mm-hmm. We are going to be adding our scores. Charlie's second most believable might be my 8th. So we're going to take the combination of those points, and that is how we are going to find our most believable topic of 2022. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
12, the most unbelievable of the believable. So even, like, there's no one to get offended here. Like, this made it all the way, right?
It's just, failed at the end.
So do you wanna go first, or would you like me to go? We'll bounce.
Okay. I'll go first for
12, and then I'll go 11.
Just 12?
Just right. 12.
So my number 12 is Lechuza.
No way.
Yep.
Do you have a guess what mine is?
Is it Lechuza?
It is Lechuza.
What? Get out of here.
It's just a little out there.
Sometimes we think too similarly.
It's just a little out there.
So, Tyler, that was number 12.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you do number 11?
Okay, so this is 11 on our list, also worth 0 points. I went with Travis Scott and Juice WRLD, The Conspiracy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of speculation. I know there were some witnesses that claimed that maybe, there was some intent behind it, and I know there was a lot of demonic symbolism, but
it's just because it was so far away, so long ago. You don't remember all the great details.
It was January, so
yeah,
it was literally probably over a year ago.
Yeah,
but that's my 11.
Oh.
So what is your 11?
You're gonna be very surprised by number 11 for me.
Yeah,
I went with Wendigo.
Not as surprised, actually, because in our last Battle of Believability, you had to pull me back.
Yeah,
I was like Wendigo, and you were like, hold on.
Yeah.
And it was actually your video that brought it to my, like, the way you respond in that video made me think about it more. So I'll be honest, and we'll find out. My Wendigo is definitely on the lower side as well.
Okay.
Now we're finally in point territory. These categories, these topics are getting points. Charlie, what is number 10 for you?
Number 10 for me is, I think it's Wisconsin, the Beast of Bray Rd.
I feel like there should be an alarm. I'm like a ditto alarm, or like a match, like when you're on like matchmaker.com or something. I'm gonna find some sound effect, or something's gonna happen. I am right there with you.
Yeah.
I have the Beast of Bray Rd at number 10.
Man, you're freaking me out.
I don't.
It's getting weird.
I do not have a good reason. It pretty much.
I didn't either.
It was like, yeah, maybe it exists. You know
what? To me, it just felt too much like the Dogman.
That's fair. Well, Beast of Bray Rd at the moment is winning with 2 points in both of our number 10 slots. All right, number 9, back in the point section. My number 9 is the Wendigo. I kept it low. There was probably a point in time where I would have had it a little higher, but the more I thought about it, the encounters. Now, obviously, it's 9th the whole year, I still think there's a lot of merit to
That's
it.
how I feel about all of these. There's a lot of merit to all of these, except for maybe 11 or 12.
Yeah.
But, no, I do, but I do still believe how there's merit in Lechuza because we did have that listener encounter.
Yeah, we talked to Lacey about it, so for sure. So number 9 for me is Wendigo. What about for you, sir?
My number 9 is Women in Black. I would have liked more encounters.
But it was spooky.
It was very spooky.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for.
So my number 8 is Rep in Ohio.
Oh,
the Grassman.
Yeah, you're not a Bigfoot believer.
No, not really.
So encounters didn't matter. It really just came down to you're just not like.
Yeah, I feel like I'd have to see it.
So my number 8 is, and the only reason I'm saying this is because I remember there are a lot of different things that we were tearing it down with, is Betty and Barney Hill.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I know there were some discrepancies.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This was really tough.
Oh wow.
This was really tough. But I'm gonna put Betty and Barney at 8.
That's lower than I thought.
All right, we are working our way up to 2-point territory.
Okay.
Things are getting a little bit more extreme, a little bit more on the line. Mine is literally just one step above yours. I have Women in Black.
Oh. Wow.
It's interesting how we're either on or I feel like very close. Like, I feel like Juice WRLD and Betty and Barney might be outliers, but the rest of them are within the same range.
You know what's really weird? I think you're 100% right, because my number 7, right?
Yeah.
My number 7 is Betty and Barney Hill.
No! Are you kidding?
I'm serious.
We are right there. It's like we're doing these episodes at the same time.
I'm actually very surprised, though.
Wow.
Twinsies. I won't forget it again. My number 6 is the Hat Man.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Not
quite.
No.
Not quite. My number 6 was Past Lives.
Oh.
I definitely wanted it to be in the upper echelon because there were so many encounters, and there's really, like, those people that can go to a city and know it without being told anything about it. Like, there is a certain level of merit to that you can't just easily explain away. So I definitely, Past Lives was like between 5 and 8 for me, but I definitely wanted it more in the top for that reason.
Okay.
And you said
the Hat Man.
The Hat Man. Is there any particular?
I believe in spirits, and there are a fair amount of encounters, but I think the other things in front of it just are more credible.
So for this one, for number 5, we're in the top 5 most believable. It's getting intense here.
Yeah.
I have the the Ohio Grassman. On the other hand, I actually believe that there's a good chance, or at least a chance, that a Bigfoot creature could be out there. And,
I want to see it.
Well, he wants to see you. He doesn't believe you.
Maybe I'll see him at an Ohio State game.
Maybe, yeah, repping the Buckeyes. Maybe we need him out there to beat Michigan. But yeah, I have Ohio Grassman at 5.
My number 5 is the Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Ooh, any particular reason?
I really did like the stories that came from it. A couple felt pretty not legit, but that's okay. The thing that got me most was the special infected ghosts.
I know. I even thought about that making the list. I'm like, Charlie's probably going to knock it down at least like 2 just because of the special infected. The Tommy who rolls the ball.
Yeah.
The one that wants...
The crawler.
Yeah, the
crawler, the tank, the ghost, whatever.
There's a lesson here. Whatever makes a great story sometimes is not the most believable.
That's true. So my number 4...
we're now in 3-point territory.
Okay, 3 points?
Oh, yeah,
I think it deserves 3 points. This was my Juice WRLD Travis Scott.
Oh.
I believe that it could have been some shady stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I believe
that. Just so you know, if you combine your 3 points with mine, it has 3 points. My 4th spot is the Hat Man.
Oh.
I think it has merit because it's so universally known. So many people across the world have seen it. But like you, I just think that there's a handful or 3 topics that just rank above it.
That's a fair point.
All right, we are in the top 3. The top 3. So
wow.
This literally goes 3 points, 4 points, 5 points.
I could just see comments like, does all Charlie say is wow?
Wow.
I feel like I've said it
like
a lot.
Owen Wilson.
I don't know. I've been surprised by a lot of this.
Listen, I don't want to say that pretty much you can scrub the rest of the list, but considering there's at least 2 that neither of us has said and we're in the top 3.
Oh, yeah.
One of those is likely to win.
I think so.
But anyway, the Phoenix Lights.
Twinsies.
No! Oh, where's that? I need to find out what it's going to be. Maybe it'll be like confetti and sprinkles. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, so it's aliens, which we both believe in aliens. I knew it was going to be, like, okay, when I made my list, I did, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 up to 4. Like, I did the most believable, the least of the most believable, and then I filled in the middle ones. And I remember Phoenix Lights, I was like, okay, it's not 1, but it's 2 or 3, hands down. Like, the no sound, you have a whole city seeing something.
The no sound was crazy.
But there's just military, there's other, there's...
Lots of interesting stories about people seeing it, too.
Okay, what makes it not 1 or 2 for you?
I think 1 and 2 just have more merit.
Okay.
So number 2, if we don't have the same on this, I'd be surprised.
I don't think we do.
Okay, we'll see. So I think my number 2,
yeah,
it makes sense because it's like the Phoenix Lights, except more. It's the Alien Encounters.
So you have Airline UFO Encounters at number 2.
Yes.
I have Waverly Hills Sanatorium at number 2. I believe in ghosts. It's kind of like aliens and ghosts. If you can't tell by my list, it's aliens and ghosts and Waverly Hills. I know there's a special infected, but there's 2 sides of that coin. It's either like cliche and seems made up, or maybe it's more legitimate because all these people are going and claiming to see the same thing. But I think it's just one of those places that you walk into. Like, our other ones didn't make the list, like the Mansfield Reformatory or like some of the poltergeist locations. But I think when you walk into a place like that, it's probably, you can feel it. People have claimed to feel that. So I think in respect to how I believe in ghosts, I wanted to put Waverly Hills too.
Yeah, well, that's why I put aliens as number 2, the Alien Encounters, because I feel like it's like the Phoenix Lights, except there's more of them. There's so many witnesses.
That makes total sense. My number 1 is Airline UFO Encounters.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
We have literally decades of pilots, passengers, cell phone recordings, people seeing, and I don't have to convince you this was number 2.
Yeah.
I find it incredibly believable, and it is I'm saying it, this is my most believable topic that we did all of 2022.
So my most believable topic of 2022 was very close to Tyler's.
Yes.
They're all very close. But I put my number 1, for some reason, to me, it just, like, called to me. It was like
a previous version of you said,
yeah.
Pick it, please.
It's just something I really believe could be a thing.
Next year we'll have to put this, like, you can do gambling in Ohio. I think our ranking should be on FanDuel.
Oh boy.
And I will bet, like, we'll have a conversation like, you're going to put this right, you're going to put this right, and we'll just put like $1 million.
Isn't that called fixing it?
Well, we're in control. We are both the filmers and the editors and the producers and the camera people. All right, we did a quick pause. We did a little bit of math. We tallied things up, and this is our final score. As we'll go bottom up just like we did. In 12th spot with 0 points. Oof, indeed. We have La Lechuza. And then in the 11th spot with 1 point, we have the Wendigo. In the 10th spot with 2 points, we have the Beast of Bray Rd. And then we have a whole bunch with 3. Yeah. In any order you want. Juice WRLD, Ohio Grassman, Betty and Barney Hill, Abduction, Women in Black. Then in spot 5, we have the Hat Man with
that's
5.
Fair. That's totally fair.
I think that's very fair. And then in the 4th spot with 6, we have Waverly Hill Sanatorium, and we have the Phoenix Lights, both with 6. Second most believable episode with 7 points is Past Lives.
Also very fair.
And the most believable, if you couldn't tell, it was this guy. It was this guy. He's the one that did it. With 9 points, the Airline UFO Encounters, most believable topic that we did in all of 2022.
I cannot believe how in sync we were.
I know we had 3 that out of 12, which is like 20. It is 25%. 25% of these we voted exactly the same. I'll be honest. We have not recorded the most unbelievable yet.
Oh boy.
I cannot wait.
It's going to be different.
I cannot wait. Make sure you check that out. It'll either be in the description or at the end of this video, you'll see it. Make sure you check that out. Going into 2023, we now know the most believable episode was Airline UFO Encounters in 2022.